Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Let's today discuss about the syllabus of preliminary exam of both Haryana and Punjab state lower judiciary. So before discussing the syllabus of preliminary exam, let's see what is the exam pattern. You see, first there will be the preliminary exam, then there will be the mains exam. This is the descriptive type exam, and it will take 3 or 4 days to complete. Then there is viva voice. Once you clear the mains exam, then you will be appearing for your viva voice or interview. So that we will be discussing later on. Today this video is only for your syllabus of preliminary exam of Punjab and Haryana lower judiciary. You see, as far as preliminary exam is concerned, the duration of the exam will be 2 hours. Total 125 questions will be given to you, all objective type, and you have to mark the correct answer through drawing an oval like this on an OMR sheet provided to you. So there will be an OMR sheet provided to you. It will be a computerized scanned paper, and you have to mark the correct answer like this in an oval type. Either you will be allowed to use pencil or you will be allowed to use a ball pen. You just read the instructions before attempting the exam. So you have to mark the oval like this. You cannot take the answer like this. That's wrong. Your marks will be deducted because negative marking is there. At least for every wrong answer, 0.8 marks shall be deducted. So negative marking is there. So be sure that you are marking a correct answer, because if you mark the wrong answer, then marks will be deducted. So the total marks of the preliminary exams comes out to be 125 questions into 4 is equal to 500 marks. So the preliminary exam will be of total 500 marks. No negative marking for unattempted questions. If you didn't attempt any some question, if you don't attempt 1 or 2 questions or 3 questions or 4 questions, no mark will be deducted. But if you wrongly mark an answer, that's a wrong answer. You mark a wrong answer. So that by that wrong answer, your marks will be deducted because negative marking is there. So be sure you are marking a correct answer. But if you are leaving any question, then no mark will be deducted. Now, as far as syllabus is concerned, now we should come to the point. All the subjects of the main exam will be coming in your preliminary exam, but you must be having an overview of all the subjects. You need not to have a very deep knowledge of every subject of mains exam. That will be tested in the mains exam itself. But an overall knowledge, overview you must be having about every barract, every subject of your main exam. Basically, your main exam, as far as law is concerned, besides English and Punjabi language paper, there are three types of papers. Your main exam: civil law 1 paper, civil law 2 paper, and there is a criminal law paper. So there are some subjects in civil law 1, there are some subjects in civil law 2, and there are some subjects in criminal law. For example, in criminal law there is IPC, CRPC, evidence. In civil law 1 there is CPC, Contract Act, Sales of Goods Act, and many more. And in civil law 2 there is Hindu law, Mohammedan law, limitation. So all these subjects are there that we will be discussing in the next video. The mains exam syllabus of Punjab and Haryana, mains exam syllabus of Punjab and Haryana we will be discussing in the next video. So all those subjects will be coming in the preliminary exam, and you must be having an overall view of all those subjects, and questions can be put on the basis of these subjects. Besides these subjects, what else will be coming in the preliminary exam? You see, you have to be having good knowledge of the current events, current legal developments in the nation, Indian legal history, constitutional history of India. For example, you must be knowing about Regulating Act of 1773. All this is included in the Indian legal history. Pitt's India Act 1784 during British era, Government of India Act 1858, Indian Councils Act of 1909, Government of India Act 1919 is also called Montague Chelmsford Reforms, Then Government of India Act 1935, this is very important. Cripps Mission 1942, Indian Independence Act of 1947. So basically it also comes in the history portion of this PCS executive exams, but that's very vast in those exams. IAS and PCS executive exam, there's a very vast syllabus. So not everything is coming in this your preliminary exam. As far as judiciary is concerned, only legal portions of the history may be coming, and these are the legal portions of the history of India. Legal portions of the history of India, not every portion. Then sports events, sports persons. So you should be knowing about the latest sports events, latest sports persons achievements as far as Indian sports are concerned, as far as national and international sports are concerned. Then constitution, very important, because in Punjab and Haryana, constitution is not coming in your mains exam. This is very important. In Delhi or other UP or any other state exams, I think constitution is the part of your mains exam. But in Punjab and Haryana, constitution is not coming in your mains exam. So many questions are coming in your preliminary exam as far as constitution is concerned. So this is the most important topic you should be having a grasp on. So in constitution, you should be having knowledge about the preamble of the Indian Constitution. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So what is sovereign, what is socialist, what is secular, what is democratic, what is republic? All these things you should be knowing. Very important. Then major amendments like 42nd Amendment. 42nd Amendment is the also known as mini Constitution of India. 44th Amendment. Then latest amendments. Latest amendments of the Constitution of India. So what is the latest amendment? Then latest laws passed by the Parliament. Latest laws. As far as 3 laws are passed by the Parliament, like the Kisan Acts. In short, we can say that Kisan Acts. Na? So you should be knowing about them. You should not be knowing each and every clause or each or every section of those acts, but an overview is a must as far as your exam is concerned. You never know. They can put the questions on the latest enactments or statutes or acts passed by the Parliament. You should be having overview. So read your newspapers daily. Read one English newspaper daily. A good English newspaper is more than enough. You need not to read all those current affairs magazines and all those things. If you read regular newspaper, that's enough. Then legal maxims, parliamentary terms like zero hour. What is zero hour? What is question hour? What is quorum? What is legal maxim? Ignorantia juris non excusat. What is that? So there are many legal maxims used in torts. So all this will be coming in your preliminary exam. This is the syllabus of your preliminary exam. I am again saying, besides this, your subjects of the Civil Law 1, Civil Law 2 and Criminal Law, all those subjects will also be coming in your preliminary exam, and you have to have some overview of all those subjects. And besides this, the main object of your preliminary exam is to shortlist the candidates for the main exam. The marks of this is very important. The marks obtained in preliminary exam shall not be counted towards final result. So marks obtained in your preliminary exam will not be counted in your final result. Your final result will be based on the marks you obtain in your main exam plus interview. That's it. Your marks obtained in your preliminary exam will not be counted. ये तो जैसे हिंदी में बोलते हैं तो छांटी करनी है आपकी. जैसे 200 सीटें हैं, 200 पोस्ट हैं, तो 200 को 10 से गुना करिए, कितने बन गई? 2000 बंदे बैठेंगे प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जाम में. तो 2000 बंदे प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जाम में बैठेंगे, ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चन देंगे, उनमें से फिर मेंस में आएंगे, छांटी हो जाएगी उनमें से. सारे मेंस में नहीं बैठेंगे. मेंस में कितने बैठेंगे? जितनी सीटें एडवर्टाइज हैं उनसे उनको 3 से गुना कर लो, 3 टाइम्स. ठीक है. तो उसके बाद मेंस में भी छांटी होगी. मेंस में जो मेरिट में आ जाएंगे वो वाइवा वॉइस में बुलाए जाएंगे. तो ऐसे है. तो प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जाम तो बस एक छांटी करनी है. इनका जितना मर्जी नंबर आप ले जाओ प्रीलिमिनरी एग्जाम में, इसके नंबर नहीं जुड़ेंगे आपके मेंस और वाइवा वॉइस में. एंड रिजल्ट आपका मेन और वाइवा वॉइस का ही होगा. सो दिस वाज इट. हाँ, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हाट इज द एज लिमिट फॉर पंजाब जुडिशरी? तो पंजाब जुडिशरी में आपने बैठे हैं तो कम से कम 21 ईयर्स एंड नॉट मोर देन 37 ईयर्स। तो लास्ट एज है 37 ईयर्स एंड मिनिमम एज इज 21 ईयर्स। दिस इज फॉर जनरल कैटेगरी। लेकिन जो SC और BC कैटेगरी के हैं उनके लिए जो दिस लास्ट एज है 37 वो एक्सटेंड हो जाएगी। वो आप इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़िए अपने अपने स्टेट के, जो एडवर्टीजमेंट आती है जुडिशरी की, तो इंस्ट्रक्शंस पढ़िए। तो SC और BC या रिजर्व कैटेगरी, और भी बहुत रिजर्व कैटेगरी हैं, उनको एक्सटेंड दी जाएगी, उनको एक्स्ट्रा ईयर्स दिए जाएंगे। उसके बाद हरियाणा की बात करें तो हरियाणा में मिनिमम ईयर्स है 21 ईयर्स बैठने के। इस एग्जाम में बैठने के लिए कम से कम आप 21 साल के होने चाहिए और नॉट मोर देन 42 ईयर्स। तो हरियाणा में ज़्यादा है। तो जनरल कैटेगरी की बात कर रहे हैं, लास्ट एज इज 42 ईयर्स, उसके बाद नहीं बैठ सकते। लेकिन जो रिजर्व कैटेगरी के जो रेजिडेंट्स हैं हरियाणा के रिजर्व कैटेगरी, पंजाब के रिजर्व कैटेगरी या राजस्थान की रिजर्व कैटेगरी का फ़ायदा वो हरियाणा में नहीं ले सकते। हरियाणा के जो डोमिसाइल्ड हैं वहाँ के रिजर्व कैटेगरी, उनको कुछ कुछ ईयर्स एक्सटेंड किए जाएंगे, उनको एक्स्ट्रा ईयर्स दिए जाएंगे। तो दिस वाज दैट। So this was the syllabus of your preliminary exam. I hope you like the lecture. In the next lecture, we'll be discussing about the syllabus of the mains exam of Punjab and Haryana. Thank you very much.